Senator Round's question about whether or not you had any knowledge prior to the publication of the report, you said, as a general matter, no. Should I read anything into that, or did you not know about any of these activities before the report?
Yeah, I did not know about the individual cases. I wouldn't in the normal course of things,
Okay,
Senator.
thank you. Mr. Barr, I think the Fed, the thing I've admired about the Fed, I think the thing that the industry has admired about the Fed is that it has a long history of consensus-driven decision-making. You clearly, at this point, do not have consensus on some of the notice of public rulemaking, the endgame for Basel III. I know of maybe some questions or concerns that Mr. Jefferson have raised, Mr. Powell, and others. Do you intend to move forward with this if you don't have consensus among the board?
Thank you, Senator Tillis. I'll be working to achieve broad consensus of the board in a
what
final
if you don't?
rule. As with all rules, we try very hard to get as close to full consensus. I would like to get broad consensus. I don't know whether I'll be able to get full consensus.
And what would broad
on the board.
consensus look like?
A broad consensus would be that most of the board believes that this is an appropriate step. You know, most of the activities that we've put forward over the last year and a half since I've been on the board, not quite a year and a half, but 15 months, most of those have been full consensus items. We've had about 50 substantive supervision and regulation matters come before the board. Almost all of them, every board member has voted in favor of. I very much appreciate and value the collegial nature of the board and the consensus.
Well, I hope you will. I want to, if time allows, I want to get to some of the areas, particularly the cost and putting us at a competitive disadvantage. But I want to move on to something else. The chair talked about, and this has been suggested before, that Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank failed because of Senate Bill 2155, bipartisan regulatory reform that we implemented in the Trump administration with the support of Democrat members in this committee. Have we passed a law since Silicon Valley Bank failed that's increased your supervisory authority?
No, Senator.
No. But you did say you've stepped up and you've intensified supervision. I'm assuming you did part of that by using the optionality in the Senate Bill 2155 to actually increase your MRAs and MRIAs. Is that accurate?
As I've indicated in previous testimony, we have the legal authority we need to engage in this activity.
I guess it's just odd to me to think that we had a bill that has been more than once pointed to as a reason for the failure. We haven't changed a line of regulatory legislation. You're intensifying your supervisory functions, which you should if they're founded on banking activities that you think represent a risk.
Good afternoon, friends. Shocking new data has just been released. The United States government debt is on track to surpass $50 trillion by the year 2033. That means $5.2 billion in debt is piling up every single day for our government. But this is persuading several top lawmakers to continue to push for major spending cuts. For many, Medicare and Social Security is at the top of the list. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to hear about all of the details. Also, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Most Americans balk at proposals that would cut Medicare or Social Security. According to a recent poll, 79% say they oppose reducing the size of Social Security benefits, and 67% are against raising monthly premiums for Medicare. But Medicare and Social Security advocates have been left questioning what House Speaker Mike Johnson's speakership could mean for recipients of these services. Medicare is a government-sponsored health insurance that covers more than 60 million older and disabled Americans. Under Social Security, workers pay taxes into the program, and the money is dispersed as monthly income. Both programs face an uncertain future, though Social Security still has funding it can rely on. it may be depleted as soon as the year 2033. And this is according to the Congressional Budget Office. And the Medicare Hospital Insurance Fund could have only enough money to pay full benefits until 2031. As Mike Johnson settles in as Speaker, it's not clear whether he'll try to make cuts to these services or reform them, which would make it harder for some Americans to receive their benefits. Mike Johnson has not publicly supported cuts to Social Security as House Speaker, but the Louisiana Republican has called for the creation of a bipartisan commission to address America's trillions of dollars of debt. The push comes after Speaker Johnson served as the chair of the Conservative Republican Study Committee from 2019 to 2021. During his tenure, the committee released a budget plan that urged Congress to adopt changes for Medicare and Social Security. The goal was long-term solvency for the program, but it also included cuts to Medicare and Social Security. That does not mean that Speaker Johnson will target the benefits. As Speaker, Mike Johnson represents all House Republicans, from the most moderate to the most conservative. His earlier views on Social Security and Medicare could take a back seat while he serves as leader. Speaker Johnson told reporters last month that he did not want to predetermine any policies. According to a source from Johnson's office, who described the issue as open to discussion, Medicare and Social Security would not be specifically targeted in a future debt commission, but they could be addressed. Some of the reforms from Johnson's plan from 2020 included adjusting the retirement age until it reaches 69, which would apply to those turning 62 in the year 2030 and beyond. He has also supported legislation that would allow recipients to choose when they receive their benefits, among other measures. That the U.S. government's debt is on track to surpass $50 trillion by the year 2033. Citing data from the Congressional Budget Office, outstanding U.S. public debt currently sits at $33.6 trillion and is expected to increase by $20 trillion to $54 trillion within the next decade, amid fiscal excess in the 2020s. U.S. public debt is more than the combined GDPs of China, Germany, India, and Japan. Adding that the outstanding debt is set to increase by $5.2 billion every single day, or $218 million every hour for the next 10 years. The surge in debt has coincided with an increase in the federal deficit, which jumped by $320 billion to $1.7 trillion in 2023. That has forced the U.S. Treasury Department to auction trillions of dollars of fresh bonds. Adding to the burden is the surge in annual interest payments caused by spiking bond yields. And as long as U.S. policymakers continue to borrow more heavily and add to the government's outstanding debt, investors are poised to worry about the lingering risk of inflation and bond defaults. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts about the current state of our economy? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Well, my beautiful and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, every Friday I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway of $75. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. The winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway, congratulations, my dearest friends! To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or, dear friends, you could message me on my Facebook page. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.